Blood is a red-colored fluid that flows in closed blood vessels inside our body. Blood has three main functions. Transportation. Blood helps in transporting oxygen, O2, and carbon dioxide, CO2, between the lungs and the rest of the body. Nutrients from the digestive tract and storage sites to the rest of the body. Waste products that are removed by the liver and kidneys. The white blood cells in the blood destroy invading microorganisms and cancer cells. Platelets in the blood initiate blood clotting, which helps minimize blood loss. Regulation. Blood helps regulate body temperature by dissipating heat to the skin. Blood consists of two major components, plasma and blood cells. Plasma is the yellow-colored liquid part of blood. All the blood cells are found in the plasma. There are three types of blood cells that are found in the plasma: red blood cells, or RBCs, white blood cells, or WBCs, and platelets. You just learned that blood has both white and red cells. So, why is blood red in color and not white? Blood is red in color because almost 45% of the blood is made up of red blood cells. An RBC is a saucer or disc-shaped cell with a nucleus. The RBCs appear red in color because they contain a red-colored pigment called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin carries back oxygen from the lungs to the cells in the rest of the body, and carbon dioxide from the cells in the rest of the body to the lungs. The white blood cells do not contain hemoglobin. Therefore, they are colorless. The WBCs fight against germs and protect us from diseases. Blood platelets are small, irregular cell fragments. They help in the clotting of blood. So, now you know why the blood from Preeti's hand stopped flowing after some time. It was because of the blood platelets. Our body has two types of blood vessels to carry blood within our body. The first type of vessels are the thick-walled arteries. When we inhale, arteries carry oxygen-rich blood from the heart to all parts of the body. The blood flows in these vessels rapidly and at a high pressure. The second type of vessels are veins. Veins carry blood that contains carbon dioxide from all parts of the body to the heart. Veins have thin walls as compared to the arteries, and the blood in the veins flows at a lower pressure. Valves in the veins ensure that the blood flows back to the heart. To reach out to cells and tissues in our body, arteries are further divided into thin tubes called capillaries. The capillaries again join up to form veins that carry blood to the heart. These capillaries connect the arteries and veins. The heart is divided into two halves. Each half has an upper and a lower part. The upper part is called an auricle and the lower part is called a ventricle. The heart, therefore, is a four-chambered organ. The partitions in the heart ensure that pure and impure blood do not mix. The walls of the two auricles are thinner compared to the two ventricles because the auricles simply receive blood while the ventricles pump blood. The right auricle receives blood from our body and passes it to the right ventricle, which then sends the blood to the lungs for purification. The pulmonary artery carries blood from the heart to the lungs for oxygenation, while the pulmonary vein brings oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. The left auricle receives blood from the lungs and passes it to the left ventricle, which forwards it to all parts of our body through aorta. The aorta is the main artery of our body. It connects the heart to all the body parts. Remember Preeti? Why do you think she was breathing heavily and fast? When we are anxious and afraid or are performing strenuous physical activity, our muscles and tissues need more oxygen. In order to send the oxygen quickly to all required body parts, the heart contracts and relaxes rapidly. But for the heart to pump oxygen faster, it needs more oxygen. That is why we breathe faster to take in more oxygen.